Hey everyone! Welcome back to the channel. Now, imagine this, you're doing your best to stay healthy, eating foods you think are safe. But what if some of the everyday foods you trust could actually be toxic for your brain? Yes, foods you've been eating all along might be increasing your risk of Alzheimer's and dementia without you even realizing it. In fact, did you know that by 2050, the number of people living with dementia worldwide is expected to triple to over 150 million? Experts say what we eat could be a major part of the problem, or the solution. Today, I'm revealing 5 everyday foods that might be secretly harming your brain, possibly even raising your risk of Alzheimer's. Some of these will definitely surprise you, and trust me, you'll want to watch all the way through to find out which common pantry items could be doing more harm than good. Stick around, because I'll also share some easy swaps and tips that can help you steer clear of these risky choices and protect your brain for years to come. Let's dive in. 1. Processed meats. Processed meats, including bacon, sausage, hot dogs, and deli meats, might be some of the most convenient options for a quick meal or snack. However, they come with hidden dangers that can impact brain health significantly. These foods are loaded with preservatives like nitrates and nitrites, which are used to enhance flavor, color, and shelf life. While these additives might make your sandwich look and taste better, research shows they may be harmful, especially for the brain. The link between processed meats and brain health has been studied extensively. One major issue is that nitrates and nitrites in processed meats can trigger inflammation in the brain. Chronic brain inflammation is a significant risk factor for cognitive decline and neurodegenerative diseases, such as Alzheimer's and dementia. When consumed frequently, processed meats can increase oxidative stress, creating an environment where free radicals damage brain cells over time. This oxidative stress can also weaken the blood-brain barrier, the protective layer that keeps harmful substances from entering the brain. But there's more. Processed meats are also high in saturated fats, which can negatively affect cholesterol levels and blood flow to the brain. Poor blood flow deprives brain cells of essential oxygen and nutrients, making it harder for the brain to function optimally. Some studies have linked high consumption of processed meats to memory loss, impaired learning abilities, and a higher risk of age-related cognitive decline. For those looking to maintain their brain health, reducing or avoiding processed meats is a key step. Consider opting for leaner, unprocessed protein sources like grilled chicken, turkey, or plant-based proteins like beans and lentils. 2. Refined carbohydrates. Refined carbohydrates are foods made from highly processed grains, such as white bread, pastries, and white pasta. These foods may be common in many diets, but they can be problematic for brain health. Refined carbs have a high glycemic index, which means they cause rapid spikes in blood sugar levels. While this might give you a quick energy boost, it's followed by a crash that can leave you feeling foggy or tired. However, the long-term effects of consuming refined carbs are even more concerning. When we consume high glycemic foods regularly, the repeated blood sugar spikes can lead to insulin resistance. Insulin is not only essential for managing blood sugar but also plays a crucial role in brain function. Insulin resistance has been linked to decreased brain plasticity, memory problems, and an increased risk of dementia and Alzheimer's disease. Refined carbs also lack the fiber, vitamins, and minerals found in whole grains, which are important for overall brain function. Fiber slows down the absorption of sugar, helping to stabilize blood sugar levels. In contrast, refined carbs cause rapid sugar absorption, which can trigger inflammation in the brain over time. Chronic inflammation has been shown to damage brain cells and may accelerate cognitive decline. To support brain health, try swapping refined carbohydrates with whole grains like oats, quinoa, and whole wheat bread. These options not only provide steady energy but also contain nutrients that nourish and protect your brain, helping to keep your cognitive function strong as you age. 3. Sugary drinks. Sugary drinks like soda, sweetened teas, energy drinks, and even fruit punch are among the biggest culprits when it comes to hidden sugars in our diet. These beverages can be refreshing, but they may be causing more harm than we realize, particularly for our brain health. Consuming sugary drinks spikes blood sugar levels quickly, leading to a cycle of energy highs and crashes. Over time, frequent sugar consumption is linked to insulin resistance, a condition where the body becomes less effective at managing blood sugar. Insulin resistance has been associated with cognitive decline and a higher risk of Alzheimer's disease. In addition to insulin issues, sugary drinks can trigger inflammation throughout the body, including the brain. Inflammation is a known factor in the progression of neurodegenerative diseases like Alzheimer's. Chronic inflammation can weaken the brain's ability to repair itself and protect against damage, making it more vulnerable to age-related decline. Research shows that people who consume sugary drinks regularly have lower total brain volume and poorer memory function compared to those who avoid them. In fact, some studies indicate that high sugar intake can shrink the hippocampus, the area of the brain involved in learning and memory. To protect brain health, consider switching to water, herbal tea, or sparkling water with a splash of natural fruit juice. These alternatives keep you hydrated without the added sugar, helping to reduce inflammation and support better long-term brain function. 4. Canned foods with high sodium. Canned foods, from soups and vegetables to sauces, are a convenient staple in many kitchens, but they often come with high levels of sodium to preserve freshness and enhance flavor. While a little salt is essential for health, excessive sodium intake can harm brain health in significant ways. High sodium intake has been linked to hypertension, or high blood pressure, which restricts blood flow to various parts of the body, including the brain. Reduced blood flow means less oxygen and fewer nutrients are delivered to brain cells, which can impact cognitive function over time. Hypertension caused by a high sodium diet can damage blood vessels, making it harder for the brain to function optimally. In fact, long-term high blood pressure has been shown to contribute to cognitive decline and increase the risk of developing Alzheimer's and dementia. It's not just the heart that's affected. Studies have found that high sodium levels can negatively impact areas of the brain involved in learning and memory. Many canned foods contain up to half of the recommended daily sodium intake in a single serving, which can quickly add up if consumed regularly. Opting for low sodium or no salt added versions of canned foods is a small but impactful change. You can also rinse canned items like beans and vegetables under water to reduce some of the sodium content. Choosing fresh or frozen vegetables, low sodium broths, and herbs and spices for seasoning can help protect your brain and maintain healthy blood flow, supporting better cognitive health as you age. 5. Margarine and trans fats. Margarine and foods containing trans fats, such as shortening, fried foods, and many packaged baked goods, pose serious risks to brain health. Trans fats are artificially created fats that improve the texture and shelf life of products, but research has shown they can be highly damaging to the brain. Regular consumption of trans fats has been linked to increased inflammation and oxidative stress, both of which contribute to cognitive decline and increase the risk of dementia and Alzheimer's disease. One major concern with trans fats is that they contribute to the buildup of amyloid plaques in the brain. These plaques are associated with Alzheimer's disease and interfere with neural connections, making it harder for brain cells to communicate. Over time, this disruption can impair memory and decision-making abilities, speeding up cognitive decline. Additionally, trans fats have a negative effect on cholesterol levels. They increase bad LDL cholesterol while lowering good HDL cholesterol, which can lead to artery damage and restricted blood flow. Reduced blood flow deprives brain cells of essential oxygen and nutrients, making it harder for the brain to stay healthy and function optimally. Choosing healthier fats like olive oil, avocado oil, or coconut oil instead of margarine can make a big difference for brain health. These natural fats provide beneficial nutrients that support cognitive function without the risks associated with trans fats. Making this swap in your daily diet is a simple yet powerful step toward protecting your brain and reducing the risk of age-related mental decline. Remember, protecting your brain is all about making informed choices. So the next time you reach for something to eat, think about the long-term impact it could have on your brain. If you found this video helpful, hit that like button, share it with someone who might need this information, and subscribe for more brain health tips. Thanks for watching, and take care of your mind.